So we are starting right now from yesterday where we left. So how is the weather right there in the university? Today we will go through. Yesterday we we studied, we discussed something regarding different aspects of action, social action, and social service. Yeah. Good afternoon, Emil. So today we will discuss regarding registration of how we can run an organization and voluntary organization, and what are the legal financial aspects, not really legal but financial aspects of financial and other aspects of running an voluntary organization, VO or CSO, social service organization. Main factor of running an voluntary organization is mostly is staffing, but finance is also a very important aspect. So financially, we need to be very, if not very, but we need to have strength, strong financial backup. Apart from the main is human resource. As we all know, today in the developing world, LPG, when the things started, liberalized things, liberalization and globalization is an important factor. So in liberalized and globalized things, things are privatized, so they are globalized, and at the end they are liberalized. Liberalization is important because finance is floating now. Financial status is floating now. So we need to have strong psychology to work for the people, because finance is not very a constant, but proper human resource means we we are, as we are all part of the global scenario, so we need to fix our brain, fix our mind, and provide our best services to the people who are around us. Still, finance and staff and planning is, these three are very important. So finance is one of the efficient function, one of the main factor is finance for any voluntary organization, and proper staff, finance and proper staff is necessary. Before that, apart from that, important is legal volunteer, legal organization who can work for the organization. So we need to know from our different sources how an organization can be registered. So registration of an organization is an important factor. As it is a legal matter, I won't give you a lot of tips, because you need to collect it from your local governance, from your state and your society, from your state, legal state. So the basic things, like we need to have a bylaws, we need to have few members, at least 5 to 7 to 9 members with local records, several individuals to whom we know, and we know regarding their social character as well as personal character. Social character means the individual should be motivated to work for the society. He must know, she or he must know regarding how to tackle, how to work for the betterment of the people. Okay, so individual selection of the individual in your organization who are leading in different sectors. It's not important that if somebody is not a social worker, and if he wants to contribute his time, so we need to take his concern and take him to our group. Okay, so having a bylaws means written set of laws, rules, and not formally, it should be registered in with government in your country, in your state. For that we need not much but few money, not much. In your you can look how far, how much you need, but you need some funny money for registering an organization. Okay, got it. Next is, we have some or other laws which are related to the state. So you can go, you can hire a, or you can consult, if you not, if you don't hire, or you, but you can consult a lawyer for the registration of the organization. Okay, you need to hire a, or you need to consult a lawyer in your state, so that you can know the legal option, legal point of view to of your country, of your state, so that in future you don't get lot of query that this was that. In the first phase only, when you are registering an VO, volunteer organization, you should consult the local lawyer who deals with such works. And next, you need to find, as we yesterday we discussed regarding the leader and staffing and planning. In the same way, we need to focus on the problems at functioning. Any group or body or person can come together to form a society. As I said, any group who has a very clean and clear idea regarding social changes, social policies, social work, who can transform the things at given time, so anyone can do. But in the meantime, you need to have a person with the group with very clear cut ideas, so that in future they don't have any what fight, that we need they need to more of money, because social work has clear cut idea, that clear cut thought that you cannot have lot of money, but you need to have a very visioned thought that we need to work for the betterment of the society, welfare, as we all did in the welfare society. We need to have welfare society. Okay, so one thing I would like to clear, that whatever I'm speaking, we are discussing at the at this point. You can take note of all this, and in future course, we will give you the share. You can share you the details of study materials, whatever you want. So you can note down whatever we are discussing. Okay, any doubt? So when we are after registration of the organization, before registering we need to check, we need to check and balance the persons, those who are registering the organization at the with the help of the lawyer. And for that, before registering, we need, as I said, we need to have a clear cut discussion, and the purpose every when we collaborate collaborate with people who are around us and those who want to be the part of the voluntary organization, you need to discuss with them regarding the purpose. Why? Because as I said from the day one, there what, how, and why. Every human being has these. Every human, apart from when and how, we need to what, when, why. What, when, why. What means what, our purpose. What is the purpose of creating an organization or registering an organization? So purpose is very important. We need to have purpose. If we don't have purpose to register the organization, we cannot function properly. Okay, so purpose is very important. As we all know, as we are working, the main purpose of the voluntary organization is to work for the betterment of the particular target group with a committed, focused, and efficient delivery at the society. We need to have target. What we need to identify the problem. We need to identify the system. We need to identify the for whom we are going to work, and what would be our basic thought to work and deliver what we are grouped for, what we are grouped for. So it is an important aspect, an important thought to assemble, so that in future we don't get any trouble. Okay, so before registering our organization, we need to sit for few time, maximum time, and purpose should be clear. Our purpose should be clear. Then you proceed for the registration of the organization. Got it? A few of yesterday has joined more, so I would like to brief them regarding what we were discussing today. Yesterday, what we discussed, everybody is clear about that?
Yes, sir, you can discuss brief so that they will understand what you have done
Okay.
yesterday.
You are late by 20 minutes. It's okay. Today we started with the how we need to registered and voluntary organization in our state, in our locality, so that we can help the government in eradicating the problems which arise in our society at a large, and state at a large, society and state at a large, like child labor. In our society, child labor is an important issue. So before working on that, we need to have a registered organization, so that government won't claim us that you are not working properly, you are unorganized organization. So we need to organize, and with the help of the lawyer in your state, in your locality, in your country, you can know what are the basic requirements. Like basic, first basic requirement is to have clean and clear knowledge people would be our target, would be our concern, to club them, and we should discuss them regarding our vision, mission, goal. Okay, so that they cannot in future, they won't claim us that you didn't give us the clear cut idea of why we are registering an voluntary organization or CSO, charitable society, social organization. Okay, so at least 5 to 7 people can register an organization. For that, you need to have a bylaw, law, embedded document, which will help you to work for the betterment of the society. And you have to choose few. topics. You cannot work on everything. Yes, like yesterday, Francis said that in our society, in our community, there is a big problem of what bad environmental issues. So for that, in like environmental issues, we need to consult. We need to have better staffing before having before registering an organization. We need to consult people, and after consultation we can discuss with them what we can do for the betterment of the society or environment. This is an example of whatever you want to do, like for education, for health, for old age, for children literacy, children nutrition. There are different enormous problems. Yesterday we also discussed regarding our migration, how migration affects, how it affects the human rights. So there are enormous projects. How the programs are problems in the society, so that we can work for the betterment of the people, those who are residing in our community, in our state at a large. So purpose we so is it clear? Is it clear now? What discussed? I discussed around 30, 20, 25 minutes. And now I'm clubbed it in 5 minutes. So it is clear for everyone. Francis, is it clear for you?
Yes, yes,
Hello.
yes, it is clear, sir.
It
We are.
is clear.
I'm moving
Okay,
forward. It
fine.
is clear.
So we were discussing. So now we will return back to our main topic, that purpose. So purpose is very important. So we need to know for what we are going to work. What is our agenda? Purpose. Other terminology we can use is agenda. Agenda of working for the people. Agenda of registering an organization. Yes, yesterday we discussed regarding post-com. What is planning, staffing, budgeting, reporting? We had all discussed yesterday. But today we are discussing regarding how to register an organization and what are the basic ideas of working for the people in our milieu, in our society. So we discussed regarding purpose. Purpose is very important. We need to know for what purpose. Like there are a lot of thousands of problems, but we cannot work on thousands of problems. We need to work on specific issues. Our goal should be specific, because if you work on numbers of problems, we cannot target, we cannot achieve those problems in a stipulated frame of time, because time is very important. If you don't frame it in a time, the goal will be very amassed, and at the end you will be you cannot feel we will be stressed that what for what we are organized, for what we were we collected each other, we came to rescue each other. Now we cannot we don't get the proper goal to achieve our goal. Okay, any doubt?
No, sir, you can go ahead.
Oh, we can go ahead. Okay, fine. No, somebody wanted to have know some more thing. No, so should I go ahead? Okay. So the purpose, and now purpose should be very limited. Okay, time is an important factor in working for the people at a large. So time you should give a clear cut when you are writing the proposal. You should give after registration, we need to focus on what problems persist in our society and our role to eradicate those problems with clear cut knowledge. And time should not be very like it's not a millennium goal that we will work for 20, 30 years or 50 years. We need to specify the area, the place of our operation and time. First we should identify the area of work and area of time of the project. Specify the time: 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. Don't take a huge long big area. Like we cannot in volunteer organization cannot run in a population of 5 lakhs, 10 lakhs. We need to specify the population and the area in a limited way, so that our resource, our time, our the rest of the things which is limited. No, volunteer organization is not government. So, and we have a what legitimate process to work. So legitimation is very important, timeline is very important to help people, those who are in problem. Okay. So next is the as organization is liable, as organization has is asking funds from government and other agencies like yesterday we discussed, the agencies like Caritas, World Health, WHO, and other agencies, Child Fund, CFI, Child Fund International. So our accountability is not only to those organizations those who are providing us money or providing us idea, but also to the people, accountable to the people for whom we are really working. Okay. So accountability is an important timeline. As we have a timeline, so accountability is very important for the for the program, for the project, and for the people to whom for whom we are organized and dedicated our time and their time. Like now, clear,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
clear or should I elaborate some more thing? Okay. So as it is clear, we should proceed to the next. If you have, as in the day one I said, when you are when you don't get it, when you don't understand, please ask me again. Okay, because we cannot waste our time. Your time is precious and our time is precious. Time is very important. You all should note down the time is the important factor for which we are all endeavored. We have all our dedication towards time. So never waste your time. You are here for 2 hours, 1.5 hour. So don't waste time. If you have any doubt, please ask me, or not only to me, but when you are working for the welfare of the people, is we are all in the welfare state. So when you are working for the people, if you don't understand the actual problem of a mass, you repeat your visit to the concerned area so that you can understand the basic problem very neatly and cleanly. You understood the problem, and then only you can bring out the solution of those problems. So time and your intent to work is should be very clear and very neat. Got it? So the constitution, as we are discussing regarding the registration of the organization, voluntary organization. So we should have a constitution of the society. What constitution would be there? The constitution is to how we will register the organization, what type of organization will register, who will be the member, who are going to be the members of the society, what the problems we will problems are there in the society. So basing upon those criterias, we need to discuss with them, or we will take it to the legal framework, and we will form a constitution for the organization. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The rules and the procedures are as important as the constitution of the organization. So what constitutions actually, if anyone, if all you can note it down, it would be better. The rules and the procedures are important for the frame, to frame the constitution of the organization. The constitution will have rules of working and implementation, and process, how those rules will how the program will be implemented. For that, procedure is very important. So rule and procedure are important factor in clubbing the laws of the organization. So everybody should focus on rules. Number one, rules. What rule? Guideline, guiding principles, we can say them the guiding principles. You will they will be guided by those principles. So rules and procedure, how you will work, what is the process. Like the first is planning, then staffing, then budgeting, then coordinating, then reporting, and at the end, finance. Finance is the basic, but we will not take the finance to the first. First will be our problem or project. Planning, planning the problems, how problems will be evaluated, evacuated, how they will be and they will eradicate the problems, the people problems of the people. So planning is the basic. First part is planning. In rules, as we read, rule and procedure. The same way, when we are when we will start implementing, we will have the rules and procedures of framing and bylaw for the voluntary organization. If we don't have rules, regulations, bylaws, planning, staffing, organize proper planning, then we cannot run the organizations with smoothness, and the rules cannot be divided firmly and properly. Okay, so please, before writing a bylaw, you need to have rules, process, and laws of the state, and most important, you need to have focused people with you to work on specific agenda. Don't take a vague agenda like we will clear the environment. You cannot clear the environment. We will collect all people to be educated. Don't have such agendas in your program and planning, because such agendas will divert you from your specific area, and they will run towards other problems. So don't go away with such ideas. So have specific idea, like we will need to focus on malnutrition and school dropouts. We need to focus on the old age, those who are alone in the at home, and they are not getting proper attention. And in attention, you have lot of things like we don't have they don't get proper food, proper nutrition. So you need to pay proper attention and proper role, proper of your role to be to work for those masses. Okay,
Yes,
and organization. So yeah, yeah. Michael, you wanted to speak something? Hello, Michael, you wanted to speak something?
No, sir.
No, somebody wanted to speak, so I thought somebody wanted to say something. Anyone? Anyone has any doubt? Has anyone any doubt?
I think it's clear. You can go ahead, sir.
Okay. So the most important, all what I'm speaking is important. So stability of our organization depends on the focus and our people, those who are clubbed to work and be registered for the voluntary organization or CSO, social civil society. Okay, so stability depends on what actually we are focusing. Okay, if anyone has any doubt, please speak. If anyone has any doubt, please speak. No, you don't have any doubt. Has anyone any doubt? Please speak, because we cannot waste
sir.
time. As I said, yeah.
Just go on, sir. We're understanding what you're
Okay.
doing. Thank you.
Okay. See, I cannot discuss with you regarding the legal formalities of forming an organization, because legal formalities are different from my state to your state. So, for the legal formalities, you can discuss, you can consult the local people, local consultant, or local lawyers, what legalities you have. Okay, for the I can guide you on what membership, how membership, the people those who are in your organization, at least 5 to 7 or maximum till 15. So membership is important, so please be bring such people, those who have clean and clear idea, and they don't have any legal uh, legal problems behind them. Because if the legal people will have lot of legal problems, we all have small legal problems, but lot of legal problems will misguide your organization to work. Okay, so have clean and clear people in your organization or in your program. So now we will discuss regarding the work culture, because after forming an organization, you need to have work culture. What how and what work culture you will have to follow, so that you will get your target, your goal, your mission. Okay, your vision. We have different thoughtologies related to our planning. So we need to have a proper and very focused work culture in our organization, in our program, in our project, so that the nobody will have any problem, and you nobody will have lot of complaints. When you will have start when people start complaining, you cannot work properly, because work needs a clean and clear, very clean and clear work culture and work process. So don't have lot of discussions apart from your goal, mission, vision, your target area, and what is framed in the planning process. So always when you have a monthly meeting in work culture, organization work culture, we need to have regular discussions. Means regular means not daily an hour, but a day in a month, in order to focus on the program in the problem which for which we are working. You need to have monthly discussion day. Okay, monthly discussion day will have everything, like what are the challenges that we are facing in the society, what are the basic criteria that we are not getting. So on that day you will what was planned for the month and what we achieved. So you will not have lot of wasting of your time, which is very important. So you'll have your work culture should be very healthy, and people those who are much complaining, we need to consult them that complain your complaints towards your society or your benefit target population won't make you very happy. So don't have lot of complaining nature people in your program or in your organization. If you have some people, such people, you try to motivate them regarding the best available resources in the organization. Okay, the first aspect of your work culture is commit commitment of to the entire organization. What commitment you have towards, you need to teach them, you need to inform them, you need to discuss with them regarding the commitment, what commitment you have for us. So commitment of the entire organization, and the organization should, at the second stage, we need to discuss with them the formal work culture, not lot of diversion, and not lot of discussion, only discussion. We need to have formal work culture and the commitment of the entire organization towards the population for whom we are working. Got it? Any doubt, or we should
No, sir. Just carry on, sir. We are with you.
okay. So now, as I said, working with the formal groups, we need to have professional teams and committed people. Like I said yesterday, day before yesterday also, commitment and time frame is very important. So we should have professional team. Who is the professional? Can anyone ask say who is the professional? Okay, professional people means those who have very sharp and dedicated knowledge on the problem. Whatever problem you are choosing to work in the society for the betterment of the people, as we are in the welfare state, we need to have focused people, those who know regarding the problem, like illiteracy. We need to be the part of few teachers and those who are very much knowledge regarding role of education in our society, and that for the development of the people, how they will be, how they can develop properly. Okay, so professional people will guide us, like you are after that passing away these exams, you will be professional. So you'll be not efficient professional, but not effective right now, but after working for some hour, some years, you will be efficient, your knowledge will be efficient, and you will be effective for the organization as well as for the target population to whom you are working. Got it?
Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
Yes, please.
Can I say a professional? Professional is a person who is specified in activities. No, 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 no. A professional is a person who engage in qualified on his profession. Can I put it this way?
Pardon, I couldn't understand you. Who is a professional? Your
You say a
question is, who is a
professional.
professional? Ah,
I say a professional is a person that
you have
engage.
a background sound. Anash, you have a background sound.
Up to now, sir,
Yeah, okay. Now it is okay.
I said a professional is a
Yeah,
person
yeah,
that engage or qualified in his profession.
Profession. Can I put it in this way?
yeah.
Okay, thank you, sir.
You are correct. A person who has deliberately is working with a vision, mission, and target, and with some technical technical knowledge, is a professional. Once what you spoke was totally correct. What I added was to make you more clear. Now you are clear. Everybody is
Yes,
clear
sir.
now.
Yes, sir. We are clear, sir.
Okay, great. Anyone else? Those who want to discuss some more points on what I spoke since last 45 minutes? Anyone else want to know something or want to give some idea like Anas gave? So for today, this uh, was okay. So we will proceed to different chapter now, or you need some clarification regarding the registration and how to work for the people, registering an organization in your locality for the to help the local self governance. Or should I progress next?
Just go on, sir.
Okay. So I had contacted local governance, local authorities to give you some what I materials, study materials. So in a day or two, we will. I can't show you right now, but I'll inform. I will submit it to the local organization, local university, and they will supply you some study materials. Okay.
Hello,
Yesterday,
sir. We have all our study materials. We have our soft
okay,
copies since on
okay.
our
You have
LMS portals.
soft copies. Okay,
Yes, yes,
very
sir. Sir,
okay.
please, I want you please to pass this question to the authority because we have already finished our assignments that are related from BSW 123 up to date. But in our portal, is
Okay.
the assignment was reversed again. After all, we have already submitted it. We doesn't know what is the problem. That's why I want you please to forward the message to the authority because we tried to contact them, but up to now there is no any response. Thank you, sir.
Okay, from where you spoke or which authority you contacted?
An email was given to us for the regional director, and at the school dashboard, I think in the LMS dashboard there is a space where you can appeal to the authority, but up to now, no one responds to us.
Okay, can you share the email address so that I can speak to them regarding the problem?
Okay, sir. I will try to check it so that I will send it to you through our portal now.
Okay, fine. So now we will discuss what are the methods of working in our milieu. Till now we were discussing regarding the, we had a long discussion on who, what, and now how. How we will work on in a specific, on specific problem or specific problems. Okay, how we will work, method, because you have collected, you have a timeline, you have a organization, you know our principles, you know for whom to work and how to work. How is 2W and 1H. Since last 3 days I am speaking to you regarding 2W, what, when, and now it is time to know how we will work. What are the methods that we will engage in working for the welfare of the benefit of the people. Okay, so this is a very important. How is very important, what is very important, when is very important, and what is very how is very important. So please, if you have, if you want to discuss, if you have any question, please don't carry it with the time, please ask it over here. Okay, so this is how, what is very important, how is very important. So in how, we should analyze the policy and process in our work, whatever we are planning. So we should analyze how the policies and process will work, how to explain the need of the program which you are containing, which you are implementing in your locality, in your milieu. And when you describe the different components, how they are important to the people, to the mass for whom we are working. And fourth, how to draw out the implications of the program which is planned. Okay, and at the end we'll understand the necessity application for this to the community, because at the end community is, reporting to whom, we are reporting to the people, those who are providing us the fund for the money, but we are responsible, we are committed for the community for whom we are working. So commitment comes here, and how we will work, will know it here. Got it?
Yes,
So as we all know, social work, welfare, social work, welfare, it is a both scientific and professional activity. Why scientific? Because it deals with the people, and peop human mind is very thinkable. Every time there is a aspect of revolting, that why, because the present scenario in the community and society and state at large is okay, whatever the condition is here right now is okay. So to change that scenario, every time we need to have scientific knowledge and professional activity. Scientific knowledge will give us the idea to identify the problem, and professional activity will end the problem with which people are really facing. Okay, so every time you need to learn learn with specific idea, and we need to act professionally, not very much personally and emotionally. We need to have emotion and personal impact on the mass, but professional is very important. As we discuss now, what is professional? Professional. Okay. Okay, Anis, I'll get back to you. So, professional activity is what? collection of scientific knowledge for the people for whom we are working. Okay, so this is, it enhances the psychosocial and economical functioning of the clients or the beneficiaries for whom we are actually working. What enhances? The process and the program and the professional knowledge which we have binded, which we have collected, which we have emphasized, will enhance the psychosocial and economic functioning of the for the of the people for whom we are actually working. Okay, so always try to have the people's idea, whose target beneficiary, the beneficiary for whom we are very committed. Always try to collect information. Always means whenever you are visiting, and in social work we all know that importance of a visit to the field is very much needed, because if you are not connected with the people, then you cannot know the real problem and present problem for which we have committed to end problem. Always try to always know the real problem. Don't precise in your brain that this is the problem that I'm facing, means the community will have the same implication. Okay, so try to always be connected with the people of the masses. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Michael, Mikhail, are you listening to me?
Yes, I'm listening. It's great.
You are everything is okay. You are getting everything, or you
I'm
have
getting
any
everything.
doubt? You are
Yeah, I'm
getting.
getting
Okay.
everything. You can proceed, sir.
Yeah. Great.
Mm.
Thank you. So when we have we are for the welfare of the people, welfare of the state, problem solving. What problems are arising in the community, in the society, and state at large? Should know regarding that from the grassroots, because the last person in the society will be benefited, because we know the problem, real problem, whatever the problems, because society is dynamic, you know. So as society is dynamic, you cannot perceive the 5-year old problem today. 5-year old problem may have changed the scenario of the society. So we need to know, we need to have the problems which pertain in the society. Okay, in the community, for which we are providing our best time, more time, and every time we are connected to them. So in the process, we will have lot of agencies, those who are working in the area. So we need to discuss with them what actually is the problem and how they can be solved. Okay, so never be unfocused, or never be 5-year old, 2-year old. Every day there is as the society is dynamic, every day problem changes their sphere. So when the problem is changed, we need to collect the problem size and weight of the problem, how it is now affecting the people at a large. Got it? Davis, do you listen? Do you understand everything that we are discussing? Davis, do you get
I
me?
think Davis have just left. So
No, I can see he's active, but I think he's busy with some other work or what?
Okay, maybe.
Davis is there, but I think is busy with some other work. Okay, Bob, you are okay. You are getting your idea is clearing. Yes, Davis.
Yes, yes, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Hearing is good, but are you getting what I'm speaking? Are you understanding what I'm speaking? Is it informative to you? Whatever I'm speaking, whatever we are discussing. Yes, Davis.
Yes, I can understand. Of course, I joined.
Okay, great.
Yes,
So if you
I
have
joined later. I joined later after you had already started, but I can hear you. I can understand what you are talking. Thank you.
great, great. Have a nice time with us. So we were discussing regarding the method how we will implement the program. What is the method of implementing the programs, schemes, policies in the society so that the problems which persist in the society, whatever problem is persist in the society, how that can be cleared. Okay. If you have any doubt, if anyone has any doubt, I'm not only asking only Davis or Aras or Bob, but anyone, if you don't get me, you don't understand what I'm speaking, please raise your hand and speak to me. Okay. So now we'll discuss regarding the other methods which are one-to-one method. We were discussing regarding the one-to-one method that is prevalent in the social work practicum. Now this is group work. You must have all studied group work. Yes or no?
We have studied this, sir.
Yeah. So group work method is very important. So because every time we cannot speak to or visit house to house, person to person. So when we are in the community, group work is an important method. And always when you are in the community, always you go with a pen and paper. Don't go empty-handed, because the problems which when you sit with the people in the community, you sit with the masses in the community, you sit with the old age people, you sit with the children, you sit with the youth, you sit with the women. You always try to collect the problems which they have, and at your office, when you are working, when you are in the office, you should discuss it with your senior, or you need to liaison with the government so that the problems will have solutions. Just having with you won't work. So always try to discuss it with the higher authorities, or within the organization, or within your team, so that apart from you, others will know, and they will try to solve it. Okay. So what type of services a social worker or a professional should provide in the community? Like, he is a good teacher. Okay, he is a good health worker. He is a good nutritionist. He is a good trainer on you young people or youth people. Okay, so a social worker is has a lot of dimensions in the society, and these are few of the dimensions. So yesterday we were discussing regarding post-cob. So everybody should understand what actually post-cob is. Everybody should know what is the importance of planning, coordinating, staffing, report writing, directing, and selection of the problem. So post-cob is very important. You need to discuss it every now and then, so that your legal idea, your normal ideas will be transformed to higher ideas. Okay. And legally, what I'm speaking yesterday, today, in the first hour, in my starting discussion, we spoke about how to form the organization. What are the factors? What are the important resolutions that will be taken? What are the policies? What are the rules? What are the regulations to form a organization? We spoke regarding that. And what are the methods, like casework, group work, individual impact, and government work is are a few different processes, methods of working with the people. Any doubt regarding the methods? Any problem regarding that?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay. So education, like we said, framing of time is very important, and being update every time. We need to be updated on the problems, because we need to have public relation. Every time we need to have public relation. So in a specified time, like if the program is of 2 years or 2 years or 3 years, every week you should have a field visit every week, so that our relation with the public, will relation with the mass, relation with the for whom we are working, will be very intent, and will have strong bonding with them. So whatever we will speak, whatever we will implement, what we will suggest, they will try to implement it in their life. They will try to have those practices in life. Okay. So public relation is very important, and one should know that public relation is not only to have proper relation, but the bond. When you visit them regularly, you are with them in their bad times and good times, they will inform you what the society is thinking of, what the community is thinking of, and their thoughts, their a society is a dynamic process. Society is a dynamic thinking process. So dynamic thinking process will change the course of the program. Okay. So dynamism, last year you must have studied regarding dynamics of program. Do anyone remember those? Hello. Do you remember the dynamicism of society? No.
Yes, we were introduced to group dynamics. I think should be last semester.
Social dynamics
We
and group
checked that.
dynamics. Last year you must have studied regarding this.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So when you have a society is a dynamic, society has a not only group dynamic, but society has a dynamic problem solution process. So we need to always have touch on those topics. Okay. So when you have lot of group work or good public relation, you will have you will understand how understanding of conflict resolution. Conflict resolution means we need to understand what is the problem, and how it resolutes, how it is solved with the person to whom you are connected. So when a social worker has good rapport building with the community, a good rapport building with the line department, liaisoning with line department, that will impact the conflict resolution. How it will impact? Because if you know what is the problem, what is the conflict in between you and the community, or government and the community, you can resolute it very smartly. So always try to understand what is the basic conflict in between the implementation and the government, which will resolve the which will solicitate the problem in minimum time, because the problem cannot go for longer version of period, longer time. So we need to discuss, and that should be resolved at the early possible phase. So no, don't have always long problematics client solution. Okay, so always have short problematic time condition with the people to whom you are really very attached. People with a problem won't until unless you are not very attached to them, they will not speak to you smoothly. They will not address their problem with you, because they will think you are an outsider, you are not an insider. So try to always be insider, try to be always be insider of the community. So whenever you get a chance to participate in the community festivals, community programs, community dealings, be part of them, so that they will think you that you are the part of their system and their problems which they are facing. So they will open up with you, they won't be closed down. So always have proper and very clean and clear discussion, clean and clear relationship with the community. Always have a clear and clear discussion with the community. Never be attached emotionally with certain individuals in the community. You should not pay attention what actually they are asking from you, and in the process, never have false promises to the community. Okay, because when you will have false promises to the community, in a course of time, if they will have any need, they will think that he had promised us to give the same, so we will ask him and we will get that. So never have false promises to the clients, to the people to whom you are working. Okay. Okay, sorry for the interruption. There was a problem, so now it is solved. Okay. Okay. Any doubt regarding the discussion which we had now? Do you have any doubt? If anyone has doubt, please speak. No doubt.
It's okay.
Okay. So the next we are going to study is what actually is how, as we all know, society is dynamic. So change is a very important factor in in consultation with the community. Change is a very frequent happening that takes place in the society. So we need to understand what actually change is. You know, change is society is dynamic. Change always takes place with action. No, so change is important, and if we don't understand the change, if we don't accept the change, we cannot be the part of the community to which we belong. So always be in a specific time frame that change is necessary, and without change social problems cannot get over. So change is a important factor. Always have thought that as we have a good rapport building with the society, with the community and state at large, in every frame, not only with the people but also with the government, who are for whom we are actually the agent of change in the society. A professional social work professional is not only a professional of scientific methods, scientific studies of human brain, but also is the agent of change in the community. He is the basic thought process. He is the basic thought process of the community. Okay, so the concept of change is from from beneath, from start. It covers from childhood till the end of the life. So change is a big process which takes place every day. Every day our life is changing. Wow, why? Because from change is a minimum. Yesterday we were some other individual, and today we are same, but with a old day long experience that took place yesterday and today. So change is a continuous process, and that teaches us, time teaches us a lot things in our society, in our life. So always change, we need to understand the change, and we need to accept that. We cannot say there is positive change. What change? Positive change, not the negative one. Because if you have negative change, you cannot develop. You will The things will go to negative side. So positive change. If you have also some negative problems, problems which impulse you to think different from different angle, but you should, and we should think positively. Okay, a professional social worker should have, there are a lot of methods, like yes, like an hour before we spoke, we have lot of methods, but we have change is one of the important method, and in that we need to conceptualize what actually social change is. It is considered an auxiliary method of professional social work. What is this? This is auxiliary method of professional social work. Because why it is auxiliary? Because it has, change has different dimension. A society is different. A society is dynamic. So the change is also, social change is also considered auxiliary method of professional social work. Is one of the method of working with the people. It has remained a debatable issue among the social work professionals. What? Social change, the method of social work used in mobilizing masses in order to bring about structural change. What change? Structural change. We need to have structural and psychological change. So first, structural change is important to bring the psychology at a large, because if we don't, the things don't change structurally. Like yesterday I spoke regarding, we have good roads, we have good community settings, we have good toilets, we have good schools, we have good hospitals. So we have good means structural change brings a different frame of mind, and that brings a change in our thought process, that this has changed. So we, our behavior should also be changed towards the effective formulation of the government. Okay, got it, or should I explain some more?
Sir,
Hello.
just proceed, sir.
Okay, as I said, structural change is one of the important. So who will change the structure? We need to go in the deep of the problem, go to the deep of the psychology of the people, that what type of structural change or social change you need. So if things come from the beneath, comes from the downtrodden, comes from the grassroots, then those such changes will bring a impactful change in the community, in the social thought process. Okay, so there are different. You must have gone through the topics. So method of, I'm reading out some definitions of change. So, as a method of professional social work, social action has reminded an issue with a wide range of opinions regarding its scope, strategy, and tactics to be used, its status, its status as a method, and its relevance to social work practice. In 1922, not we are in 2025, but this thought came in 1922, 103 years back. Mary Richmond, the first social worker to use the social change, she defines it as, if you can write, it's okay, it will be better, it will be with you. Masses betterment through propaganda and social legislation. What is social change? Social change is a mass betterment through propaganda and social legislation. What is social change? Social action change? Social action change is mass betterment through propaganda and social legislation. Okay, you got it, or should I explain more?
Sir, we got it, sir.
Okay. In 1947, with the limits of social change, it was considered that social work mainly considered with securing legislation to mass problem. So since last yesterday, since day before, I am concerning on social problems, mass problems are more important, so that we can get the ideas of people, those who are residing in the community. Okay, so never think that social change is a process which comes only through masses. No, it also comes from mass problems. Change comes from mass problems also. Okay, as time progresses, we spoke about 1922, 1947, and again in 1977, the social action change was again revised. How? This is regarding an individual, group, or community effort with framework of social work, philosophy, and practice. What the things changed here? Mass betterment, propaganda, and social legislation in 1922, and it changed in 1947 regarding securing legislation. Legislation is always a part of social action and change. So, but in 77, as time progressed, the professional social work, social ethics also changed. Here it says what? The community effort and community research needs to change the philosophy and people at a large. What it said? Community. Is everybody listening to me?
Yes, sir. We're listening to
Hello?
you.
Yeah, yeah. Community effort and community research. What do you understand by community research? As I said few time back, few minutes back, that when you go to people, always don't go blunt handedly. Always have something perception in your brain so that you will you will understand what problems they are facing, and social research and lobbying for the betterment of the people with for the betterment of the problematic people in the community. So community also needs effort. Community effort is larger and more effective when community is trying to come out from certain problem. Here we need to have lobby with whom? Community relation with whom? With the government. With the government, because we cannot solve the problem alone. We need community participation and government to come and give us the clear cut idea then how to solve the problem. Okay, so to end the social problem, we need to have community effort and liaising, proper lobbying techniques with the community. Okay, so here we need to be very calculative in how community will put their effort so that they will understand the thoughts and process of people. Hello.
Hello, sir. You are with us, sir.
Hello, sir.
Okay, so we have used here three words. They are very important: lobbying and community effort. Com- Social
Hello,
research.
hello, sir.
Yeah,
If I may ask, what are
yeah.
the what are the examples of community efforts, sir?
Sorry, I couldn't get you again. Can you speak again?
I said, what are some examples of community efforts, sir?
Yeah, community effort or lobbying or research. Community effort is you have a problem of what people don't go to school. Children don't go to school. They don't enjoy studying very much. Okay, so when parents will amaze, parents will assemble and they will start sending their children to school every day, and they will they will monitor what actually is done in the school, what are the aspects, what is taught in the school. With parents initiation, if there is no study, if there is no games, if there is no physical exercise, if there is no proper nutrition given in the school, then children will depart. Children will they will be diverted to do something else. They will start from home. But if the group of parents will monitor what is done in the school, then children, younger siblings, then elder siblings will attend the school, and in the process, the children will be educated and they will be honored of being a good education, of getting a good education. So here, who is the community? What is the community effort? Community effort is here that parents of the children should be they need to be grouped, and they should monitor what is done in the school. Got it?
Yes, sir. So, for example, here in
Yeah.
some of our schools here, there is a committee which the school used to uh, create, which was called PTA,
Teacher, a
Parent Teachers
parents and
Association.
teacher association. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Uh, and in these terms, can we put that as a community effort because they work shoulder to shoulder in order to achieve what the school want?
Yeah, this is a community effort. Rightly so.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah. So as time changes, problems also change. Okay. Any more idea? Do you want any more example to be quoted?
Yeah, I wanted to give an example from his country. Remember when the Nigerian film industry was just trying to take shape with movie.
Your voice is very less audible, Francis. Can you repeat? Can you repeat again?
Okay,
Can't hear you really. You can hear me properly? Okay. Sorry, Francis. There was a technical error, network error. Can you speak again? What problem?
all right. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. I was thinking, I wanted to, what you were giving an example of community effort. So I'm trying to say that these are the type of initiatives taken by groups or individuals to achieve such or to address a common goal. Like you have given up an issue of children who doesn't want to go to school. So I was telling another that there is an initiative from his own country called the Neighborhood Initiatives, whereby residents can have efforts to improve local quality of life, including security, disaster management,
Okay.
and shelter. So I wanted to add on that because we have learned this. So I wanted to give him an example that is based where that is common in his country.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's nice. That's nice. Okay.
That's all.
So, social change is a term aspects of organized social welfare activities directly towards shaping, modifying, and maintaining social institutions and policies that collectively constitute the social environment. Okay, so change, but at the end, not at the end, is a very common example, very common policy that came is, it is a welfare activity directed towards shaping the society. How society is shaped? Through actively direction. Okay, so when we are actively when people participate actively in the social reform, social policy, and constitution of the environment, they are active. When the term when the psychologically they are active, they really change the age old problems persist with them in correlation to the community. Okay, so for that we need to have philosophy, knowledge, and legislation. What we need? We need philosophy. What change should come? Knowledge and legislation. Legislation means legal point of view is important also in changing the social customs. Like I think you must have in Nigeria also the problems of child marriage. Is it persist there?
Come again, sir. Come again, please.
In I wanted to know, in your place, in your country, in your community, early marriage or child marriage persists still.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, so now the possible change is that earlier it was very young, at 15 17 years girls were married with old age people, with senior to them, but now the percentage has decreased in comparison to 1950s or 1920s. Now, if in at the time, if the problem was if it was a prevalent from 10, among 10 girls, 8 were married. Now from 10, 2 are married. I'm correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this is what legislation. This is not only philosophical or knowledge or objective change, or it is a structural change. This is legislation, knowledge. The knowledge of people rose to that level that if we marry a small child, young child, adolescent girl, then physically, mentally, socially, she is not up to that mark. So if she is not up to that mark, then things will not, things will again go to hell. It will be very problematic situation. So the problem of child marriage, girl child marriage, young child marriage, okay, come down. And now it was of 10, 80% was there. Now it is 20%. At the time, the 20% when girls were not married early. Now 80 20 20 20% girls are married early. So when we are working very hard for longer period of time, things, systems, customs will calm down. Okay. So we need to work. Social work is a process of working with people for a longer version. The problems, social problems, there are some community problems like eating, taking proper, unproper nutritional food, using more alcohol is not a social problem, is not a national problem, it's a social problem, small social problem. So that can be eradicated from for a small period of time. But like child marriage, like nutrition, like human rights, providing less rights to the women and underprivileged, less educated people is a big problem. For that, we need a long process, long time, and very pinpointed organizations to work. Okay, so in that, among that, in that we need to have social legislation. Legislation should take place, and when legality will interfere in those problems, the things will change smoothly and fastly. Thus, we can see that social change is a method of professional social work to be used to bring about or prevent change in social systems. How they will bring? They will bring change in social system. Okay, so that the humanitarian in nature, based on a principle of justice, equality, and fraternity, will can be transformed in the brain of social of the people for whom we are really working. What type of humanitarian values? Humanitarian values of justice, equality, and fraternity will be in their mind, so that nobody can exploit their right. If such things will be in their brain, they cannot be what? They cannot be uh, uh, they cannot be trusted like a material in the society. They, as human being, have need to have what? Justice, equality to work, and fraternity to follow. Okay, you everybody got it, or should I explain more?
Just proceed, sir.
Okay. Now, change, when we speak of the word change, change is a wider thought, a big thought. So, here we need to have, there are some basic guiding principles. Like our day-to-day things are also guided by the principles, guided by the practices, guided by the policies, and the social action, social change has some principle. If anyone principle has some guiding principle, okay. So if anyone want to write, you can write, or else you have the material, you can go through it. So the principle of credibility building. What is credible? Here the basic, here the center of attraction, attracted word is credibility. What is credibility? Credibility means a proper leader with certain ideas who can change the social problem with an action to assent. Okay, so credible people, those who have a good thought, they can credibly, they can go and change the image of the problem. And when the image of the problem is changed, the the people, those who are following the leader, their perception will change very, not very fastly, but with a confirm idea. Okay, so it is task of creating public image of a leader with credible idea, credible thought, credible opinion, so that the things like truth will bring a positive change in the mind of the people. Got it?
Yes, sir.
The principle of credible building. It is the task of creating public image of good public image of the leader in among the masses, so that they can change good things. Like Tito, you must have heard the name of Tito. Do anyone know about the life of Tito?
No, sir. No, sir.
Actually, Tito was a revolutionary leader, like Nelson Mandela was a revolutionary leader for South Africa. Tito was one of a very strong leader from African, like Asian and African. Tito, he volunteered to end a lot of things like child marriage, proper nutrition. So he had a credible image among the people. It was back in 1917 and 60s and 70s. He was a big leader there. Now, credibility can be built through how credibility can be built through goodwill towards the opponent. We need to have a good gesture and goodwill to the opponent. Example setting, like I said, Tito. Example, we can set the example. How did he work? He worked very strongly and very efficiently. Okay, selection of typical urgent failed problem to struggle. When we need to have stronger, credible and strong what mass agitation, we need to have very selection of typical and urgently felt problem of strugglers in the society, so that they can get the problems in their mind, and they will work efficiently in the time to follow. Okay, and then they will get some success, they will taste some success. But it's not like when you taste the success, you need to have more idealistic society in the long run of the program. And one program and one social problem ends, but all social problems are still in the process. So we need to identify some more problems, and we'll start working and start again testing the success in future course of time. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the principle of legitimation. What is this legitimation? Legitimation is a continuous process. As time continues, so legitimation continues. It is a continuous process of convincing the target group and general public that movement objectives are normally morally very right. Okay, so legitimation means we need to legitimate problems that contain, that pertain, that sustain, that grow, that evaluate your system, and what what the basic idea was, and what basic system contains in the society. So always we need to have legitimate, proper, legitimate if you understand the thing, legitimate is proper. Okay, legal, proper and legal. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Any doubt regarding these two principles, what we discussed? Any doubt, or should we progress? Hello,
Hello, sir. Just propose.
we should proceed.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, then we
Captain,
understand about principle of. Anyone want to speak something? Francis? Michael, do you want to discuss? Do you want to ask something? Okay. Principle of dramatization. It is a principle of mass mobilization. What is this? We need to dramatize, we need to perform differently in the society, in the community, in the state at large, so that the problem which persists in the heart of the heart of the mass will erode their thoughts, will erode their emotion, and the problem masses will be at the mouth, and they will speak of the problem which they have, and things will change, things will start changing with a process in deliberately. Okay, so principle of dramatization is much needed. What how they can be? They can use the songs, they can use the powerful speeches, they can use the woman in problem, they can boycott the things which actually bring change, negative change in the society. So boycott is a very powerful method of the things which are impacting our life, impacting our day-to-day day-to-day life, and will impact the masses, the generations to follow. So we need to always have powerful speeches and boycott, so that things will change very fastly. Okay. Now, principle of multiple strategies. Not if such strategies don't bring a change, then a social worker should always have multiple strategy. Okay, like I said, no. Mm, so as society is dynamic, and profession of professional social work is deals with scientific knowledge. Here, what the same scientific knowledge will have multiple strategies. What multiple strategies? Strategy of educating the mass, proper education, not only literal education, but practical education and proper practical education. Not only learning, teaching the small children with ABCD, or forming good sentence and having some mathematics and science, but with the change, education of change. What change? The change which humiliates them, which hinders them to attain a big social performer in their day-to-day life. Okay, so education is a very multi. It comes with a multi change. It comes with multi professional and personality development. Education doesn't only give you the knowledge to read and write, but it imparts you to the best of. Like, you must have heard the name of Dr. Nelson Mandela. How he changed, how he transformed his life. He transformed his life with education, with practical education. He was there in jail for 20 years, for long 20 years. And what happened? The thing that happened was, he changed, he brought he changed his personality from very less spoken to maximum spoken, and more spoken towards what? Towards the liberation of the problems, liberation of the masses through his writings. As he was in jail, so he cannot speak, come to the people. So he wrote lot of things, and stayed back in the jail so that he can be a role model for the people in the world, in the world of emancipation, in the world of human transformation. So he became a big personality, and not only staying in the jail, he proved that for longer person in for longer period, if I'm captive, if I'm detained in a prison, how I can manage, how I can change my personality to the world stature. Okay, so education is a big positive change. And not only dear friends, education not only literal but practical, real education, not real education, not just wordly education, but practical education will change the life of the people in the community. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay.
Proceed.
There are a lot of strategies, but at the end, I will end up with a power strategy. Now, what do you think about power strategy? What is power strategy? Can anyone pay some attention on power strategy? Power strategy is it links with the federal government in the country and in the world at a large. What power, like you must have all gone through COVID-19 few years back. Did you face the problem, guys? Did you face the problem of COVID-19?
Yes, sir. We face the problem.
Yeah.
Even here.
So how did it came down? It didn't only came down through what? Through vaccination, but it came down through power strategy. What power? The power of liberation through World Health Organization. WHO impacted a few countries, and it implemented a lot of laws, legal imperative in the to the people those who were really affected. And with the passage of time, the things actually changed. It didn't change in a day or in a month or in a year, but it changed through power strategy. So we need to understand what actually power strategy. Power strategy is, it is a common minimum and maximum standardization of the policies and programs continue in the community and society and world stage at a constant. Okay, so power strategy is very important. So everybody should understand what is education, educative policy and power strategy. So you got it. We have few other policies to discuss, like principle of dual approach. Like power is a dynamic approach, the dynamic strategy, and dual approach refers to having two three policies, two three strategies, two three solutions of one problem. Like in the opening of today's discussion, I spoke regarding the children not going to school. So here we will approach, here the approach refers to dual approach. What dual approach? We need to educate women, we need to educate parents, and especially the woman. Why? Because woman is the changing agent in the home. She has more affection, she has more connection, she has more dealings with whom? With the children. So we need to educate the woman to educate the children properly. Okay. So principle of meaningful programs. This is a very old age meaningful strategy, but this works modeling meaningful programs means much not much effective and not much curative and program. Okay. So I feel what I spoke is is effective learning to you all.
Yes, sir.
So tomorrow, since last 2 hours I'm speaking a lot. So if we can end up, okay.
You say, sir?
Yeah, if you have any doubt, you can ask me now.
All right.
If anyone has any doubt, please ask
It's okay,
so that I
sir.
can sum up.
I think it's okay. We should have
Okay, we
revised
can.
our study materials. If any doubt comes in, then we'll come back to you, sir.
Okay, okay then. Okay, then we are summing up tomorrow at 5:30. We will again resume. Okay,
Yes, sir.
so
Thank you
I'm
for your time.
yeah, welcome. Tomorrow we will start the session at 5:30. Okay,
Yes, sir.
okay then. You can leave the platform. Okay then. I'm stopping.